You obviously won promotion. You were the first club in Scotland to win promotion into the Lowland League. How did that feel?
Yeah, at the time, amazing. I think it topped anything I'd ever done as a player, and people from the outside will say, oh, you know, it's tier 6 of Scottish football. But for me, as a coach, to coach the players and to win something was something that I was striving to do, and we've done it.
In this video, I'm going to be exploring a very unique and ambitious football club. Firstly, I've got a few facts about them here. Hang on, let me read them out. So, in June 2014, Edusport Academy successfully applied for membership of the semi-professional South of Scotland League in the 6th tier of the Scottish Football League system, becoming the first private football academy in the world to operate a team in a FIFA-recognised senior league. They made further Scottish football history in a league match against Creetown in September 2014 when they fielded a team composed of entirely French nationals. The senior team won 2 trophies in their first season, the South of Scotland League Cup and the Cree Lodge Cup. Edusport Academy then won the 2016-17 South of Scotland Football League title to gain promotion to the Lowland League, which is where they are now. They've renamed the senior men's team. The academy still exists, but the senior men's team, you may have heard of them before. Here we go, look. Home of Caledonian Braves. So yeah, these guys here, the Caledonian Braves, who play at Alliance Park, are a member-based football team that you can get involved with as well. Members have their say on kits, crests and more decisions with the club through the club app. And look at their badge, it's a very well branded club for the size of the club. They're so new as well. Look, established 2019, they're already in the 5th tier of Scottish football and with big ambitions. Yeah, they play here at Strathclyde Park, just sort of outside of Hamilton, near Glasgow in Scotland, of course. And yeah, it's a lovely day. The park continues up through there and down through there as well. Lovely venue for a stadium, although yeah, their stadium is quite small. They've been quite nomadic. We'll be getting into it a little bit in a bit more detail. I'm going to be chatting to the manager and having a look inside the ground as well. But yeah, Caledonian Braves, let's go see what you're all about. And look at that, while the players are training out there, I am in here, avoiding the heat of the outside. It is so hot today. 2011, initially formed the Edusport Academy, which, yeah, was for you know, French guys to come over, learn football, learn English as well. In 2014, they successfully applied to join the South of Scotland League. They subsequently became Scotland's newest senior football club and became part of the pyramid system. Moving on to 2015, they finished 5th in the South of Scotland League, not bad, and then won the South of Scotland League Cup, runners-up in both the Cree Lodge Cup and Tweedy Cups. League Cup displayed in the National Football Museum at Hampden Park, which I've still not been inside. Please, please open soon. We move on to 2016 of our journey. Look, they're making this so easy for me. I did have some facts about them, but I can just use this board. This is class. They became full members of the SFA and obtained their national licence, ensuring that they would meet and adhere to a number of standards outlined by UEFA. Finished 2nd in the South of Scotland League. Then they won the Cup double, look, South of Scotland League Cup and the Tweedy Cup, before, yeah, their South of Scotland League Cup was displayed in Hampden for a 2nd consecutive year. They must be proud of that, to have won those trophies and to have them displayed at Hampden Park for being such a new club. Look, remember, just up there, 2011, they were an academy, and here they've had, you know, numerous trophies already being displayed in Hampden in their honour. 2017, let's move on. We won the South of Scotland League in 2017, become the first club in the history of Scottish football to be promoted to the Lowland League. The structure as it exists currently wasn't always around. There was never this route to the SPFL like there is now, but Cali Braves were the first club to yeah, to take advantage of this system now. South of Scotland Football League champions. That is one they are surely very, very proud of. They are promoted to the Lowland League. They reached the semi-finals of the Hay Gordon and Cree Lodge Cups. See, they're doing well, doing very well. In 2018, they, in their first season in the Lowland League, finished 9th and reached another cup final. This is very important. This is what I was talking about earlier, where the clubs can have a say. So they launched their onefootballclub.com, which saw over 800 fans from 30 countries across the world join us. That was in 2018. But in 2019, this will all be linked in the description box below, by the way. So, Cali Braves, they won the Hay Gordon Cup. They moved to their new home, Alliance Park, which is where we are now. And they became the first club in Scotland to launch an app aimed at fan engagement. And we are now braver than ever. Look at that, Caledonian Braves from 2019 there. Of course, it's been very stop-start, 2020 and 2021. Hopefully they can add some more stuff to this room one day of more achievements that they're going to have. But yeah, an absolutely amazing club who, yeah, are running things so differently. Look, they were formed there as an academy, and now here, 2019, obviously we're a few few years ahead of that now. They've won cups in this time, they've won promotions, they're in the Lowland League. They have an app which will be linked below, so if you want to support this club, then yeah, go and download the app, at least just check it out, because you can yeah, vote on kits, and you can vote on other things. I think they even put the name of the stadium up to a vote of the fans as well, Alliance Park, an alliance between Scotland and France, which is why it has that name. But yeah, amazing, what a club. We're going to chat to their manager in a minute, just very shortly, while the players are training. Just look at these facilities here, look how well branded it is. You've got Brave stuff everywhere, players and officials only. Look at this, you've got quotes on the wall, respect all, fear none. Love that. Look at this, just the colours of the Braves. You got certain rooms, physio rooms, changing rooms. Look at these really nice changing rooms in here, big, spacious, good facilities for a club of their size. Look. Ricky, thank you so much for your time today.
No problem.
And for letting me look around the home of the mighty Braves. You played hundreds of games for clubs like Clyde, Partick Thistle, Falkirk and stuff like that. What was the highlight of your career?
As a player, I mean, I look back and I probably do have a few regrets. You know, people say don't have regrets, but you probably think, you know, you could always do better when you look back. And but in terms of highlights, playing in the Premier League, I think I'm looking back, that was an achievement for myself.
Yeah,
I think that first year at Partick Thistle I was at, John Lambie was the manager, who was brilliant. I played in the Premier League. I wasn't a regular, I have to admit, and I think maybe with a little bit of luck I would have progressed on from there. Yep. And that is a regret. I didn't kick on. I would have liked to have really kicked on at that point. I got an injury, and you know, the similar story. But that was a highlight, and probably winning promotion with Hamilton Accies as well. Yeah. Was probably the two things that probably stick out. And playing against obviously Rangers and Celtic at that time, who had some brilliant players. Amazing.
And I've also seen online that you've played in Singapore and the States as well. Could you just explain the circumstances around those moves?
I think I left Hamilton and I fell down the league a little bit, and I thought, what am I going to do here? I wanted to stay full time in the game, and I felt I was at 25-year-old, 26, and I thought I want to use football and experience something. Yeah. With Scotland.
Yeah, amazing.
So that came up. It was through, I don't know if you remember a player, Dave McPherson, who was an agent at the time. He said there's an opportunity over in Singapore, and that's where it came about. And
amazing.
It was great. I loved it.
And now you've been involved with the Cali Braves for about 6 years, I believe.
Something like that, yeah.
It's great to see that kind of longevity as a manager in the game these days, especially when you see kind of how quickly they move on and stuff. Yeah. What attracted you to the project of working here?
Well, exactly that, the project that I said to you before, that I'd worked in youth football, which I loved. I got good opportunities to work in youth football, but I felt I wanted to challenge myself. Yeah. And I'd worked with Chris for a long time, and I know Chris is a bit of a visionary guy, and I know that when he speaks about things in the future, you know, that kind of always excited me about being part of that journey. And you know, I've always been loyal to Chris, and Chris has been loyal to me, and that's been, like you say, 6 years.
Amazing, and good working relationship. Yeah.
Aye, but me and Chris, we go quite far back, and we have one thing in common: we want to improve everything about the club. So, that's what attracted me essentially.
And then we spoke about it off camera, and I've just gone through the board over there of like the club's achievements to date so far. You obviously won promotion. You were the first club in Scotland to win promotion into the Lowland League. How did that feel?
Yeah, at the time, amazing. I think it topped anything I'd done as a player, and people from the outside will say, oh, you know, it's tier 6 of Scottish football, but for me as a coach, to coach the players and to win something was something that I was striving to do, and we've done it. And I always wanted to try and get us into the Lowland League, and once we're here, it was about trying to, you know, sustain ourselves in that. And now we're at the point where we say, right, let's go and kick on.
So that promotion we spoke about from the South West Scotland League, that was the first promotion of its kind into the Lowland League. What do you think of the structure and the promotion and relegation sort of conversations that are out at the moment?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think it could be better. I think it's got to get in the Lowland League, as you'll know. There's a lot of ambitious clubs, a lot of good clubs, a lot of very well run clubs that have been going for a long time, and some newer clubs as well. But I think a lot of them share one thing in common, that they strive to get up through the league. But that opportunity is very difficult. But we've seen the quality of the teams can still get through. But I would like that kind of, they call it ventilation, to get up, and to obviously it opens up relegation as well.
Well, the more clubs that go down, I think the more clubs will be open to it actually opening up a little bit more.
Probably, I think. But as a debate, I would like that probably structured, not run better, but that discussion to come up. And it goes back to the, you know, turkeys don't vote for Christmas.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to make that happen. So that whole structure needs looked at for sure.
And the Lowland League's very strong, and it has been for a good few years. What will it take to get promoted to League Two?
I mean, obviously a lot of teams are flinging a lot of money at it, and that's not necessarily been successful. So I don't think that plays a part, because, you know, the equation of, you know, more money and equals a better player isn't always true. But I think what we want to try and do is, but from probably this year actually, to build a young team, get the building blocks there, build the club up in the background, and then really look to progress and improve the players individually, collectively, and just keep adding it year on year. And that's where I think we can have that advantage. And obviously I've got the guys training as much as we can. I don't believe in the part-time 2 nights a week is good enough, so we get them out training, and every session they're here to improve. That's
great to hear. And obviously the last couple of seasons have been very stop-start. How's that affected the club?
Quite a lot. We've lost staff and things like that, but in a funny way it's kind of freshened things up. But yeah, last year was very stop-start. The year before it was a good year for us. We had really good camaraderie about the club. But I felt last year we lost it a wee bit, and I think COVID probably played its part in that. We were getting changed in the stands, we were getting changed in separate dressing rooms. It didn't give us that kind of team spirit environment that we were looking for.
Yeah, but look, here is the one stand, or the 2 stands rather, kind of next to each other. Look, I believe it is a 100-seater stadium with a 500 capacity. So yeah, I imagine that maybe behind the goal where I've just come from, and kind of round there, you could have some standing sections. But let me take a quick seat in here and just tell you a little bit more about kind of where they were playing before they relocated here. They've had a bit of a nomadic life over their years, this club, and obviously they are now settled here and this is their home. But before that they were playing at Annan's Bank, so that's, you know, at least over an hour outside of Glasgow, down near the border of England there, down near Gretna, Annan is. And so yeah, they played there. They played at Lesser Hampden as well for a while. They were based. They've also played, I believe, at Hamilton Palace Sports Centre, which is essentially just, you know, a community astro. But yeah, it's actually amazing to see them here now and see that little building in there with the changing rooms and stuff. So well branded by the club, as you can see behind the goal. Join the Brave, download our app. Again, download the app. It is the first link in the description box below. And yeah, it's your chance to not only support a club but really get involved with the like day-to-day runnings of it as well. So unique and amazing to see a club of this size do that. And when I come to these places, I don't know why, I don't know what it is about it, I always love to touch the goalpost. I don't know why, just makes me feel connected with this place. And yeah, it's not exactly the main stand at Ibrox, the Bill Struth stand, but you know, it'll do. There's a club of this size who have their own ground, all completely branded in their own stuff. I go to a lot of SPFL teams and other teams who have been around for a lot longer. They may be Highland, they may, oh, maybe not Highland, but yeah, Lowland teams and other teams that either don't have their own grounds or haven't got that great facilities. But then yeah, you come here, and although yeah, the 2 stands are quite small and there's not a huge amount of other seating, or well, any other seating really, you could you know, you could always, there's room to expand, I suppose, should they need to. And look at that, yeah, I'm going to leave them there training. Great to see Ricky getting so hands-on with the squad, being a manager. Look at him, like, saying how he doesn't think that 2 training sessions a week is enough. Really training them hard, which is going to be so good for their development, because yeah, look, they were initially an academy and they still have a lot of young players playing here who want to progress and do well, and to have a manager like Ricky is surely only going to help them. But yeah, look at this, from 2011 all the way to 2019, they've already done so much, won so many cups, launched an app. There is so much more coming with this team. So yeah, Caledonian Braves could be your new club to get behind. They are such a well-run club, and yeah, a new one here in Scotland, looking to make waves in the game. I'll leave some videos around this board here so you can keep watching my content. Click on one to carry on watching. There'll also be a playlist and the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. From me here at Caledonian Braves, thank you and goodbye.